I'm going to start with this. This is the bridge that I just made from a ebony blank for Darcy's acoustic guitar. This sander is a sander I designed about 30 years ago. It has a spherical radius on it, 24-foot spherical radius. And that sands the radius into the foot of the bridge. So let's take a closer look at this. What I've got here is I've put the bridge on the table of my joiner, which is obviously machined dead flat. So when I press down on that bridge, you can see that actually flexes. There's a reason for this. So the bridge has that 24-foot spherical radius. The top has a 30-foot radius. 99% preparation, 1% perspiration. We've got our clamping blocks. This is dry run. Here's another tongue depressor trick for you, Mike. Those edges are sharpened with the sander, so essentially what you have is a soft wooden knife, and this is going to be used to sort of scoop up the glue. Although this is a new guitar build, the same principles apply when preparing a bridge and the top surface for re-gluing when a bridge is removed. Now, on a new build, I do not drill the holes for the middle 4 pins. Just the 2 outside ones. They index the bridge and hold it in place. This is Darcy's first acoustic guitar. He built it into these acoustic guitar build courses that I've given on and off over the years at the college. And that little bit of flex that I pointed out earlier on the table of the joiner is just enough to give us an absolutely perfect fit. So we're just getting ready to glue this on, and I'm going to walk you through the procedures here. And so I'm going to show this dry run first. So we've got these thicker bridge pins. The 2 outside bridge pins, a little bit oversized so they stop the bridge from moving. When the clamping pressure is applied, the bridge doesn't slip around on that bed of glues. This is the shape of the block that I use for the outside tips. This is the shape of the piece that goes between those bridge pins to give me a level surface to push down. So it's just about show time. We're ready. We've done our dry run. Now I have gently warmed up this bottle of carpenter's glue. We're ready to actually spread the glue now. It's like Darcy's been doing this so long now that he's got this down to a science. When he puts the finish on, the actual finish around the bridge is very thin. Now the reason for that is that when we glue the bridge on, the bed of glue is the same thickness, and this gives us an absolutely perfect fit. 100% intimate contact on the underside of the bridge. The lacquer is not thick enough to hold the bridge away from the surface of the top. I do want to mention that these pins, I jam them into some floor wax. I'll spread that floor wax around the pin so that it doesn't adhere to the bridge pin hole. Okay, we're ready. We're not starving that joint. Lots of glue on there, you're going to see in a second. So now we put our blocks in place. We've got that center block, we've got the base wing of the bridge, and the treble wing. We'll do that center clamp first. So that glue squeeze shows you that we're getting intimate contact 360 on the perimeter of this bridge. Our second block on the treble side. I know now I can do a visual check around the perimeter of the bridge, and I can see glue squeeze 360. Now I'm not reefing on this big heavy clamp here. I just want to flex that bridge down to make intimate contact with the top. There we go, one more time, Mike, tongue depressors. So we start by scooping up that excess glue. We'll get the lion's share of it like this with the dry stick. I'm going all the way around. And on this side, you can see right to the very tip, man, we got 100% contact. You can see why I've got a few of these sticks made up. No panic, man. We know exactly what we're doing here, step by step. We've got beautiful contact, and we're scooping up the lion's share of that with the dry stick. Now to finish the cleanup, I've got a cloth here, and I've got a bottle of hot water. Kind of just got that out of the tap, hot water out of the tap. Now we take our next stick, we wrap it in the cloth, and then we clean up nice and tight right to the glue line. I'll start with another cloth, keep a few cloths handy, wet that down, and let's go at it again. This is still wet cloth only, with the tongue depressor sharpened to a knife edge, going all the way around 360. Because the tongue depressor is sharpened like a knife, I can get right tight to that glue line. So this is a dry cloth now. Same thing, got the tongue depressor. I can wipe it up and polish every trace of that glue off. The tongue depressor actually flexes. It doesn't put undue pressure on the top. There's still a little bit of glue seeping out there. That's where I take another dry stick and get right in tight to the glue line. Get every last trace of glue cleaned up. I know that for first-time builders, this can be a huge challenge. Get a perfect fit on that bridge and wipe up every trace of glue squeeze. I got my last dry cloth now. We're going to basically clean up every trace of moisture, water, glue. So we'll let that set overnight, and then we'll remove the clamps, and then those indexing bridge pins that I used for the first and sixth strings, they'll just slip right out because we've covered them with wax. They're not going to stick. We don't have to worry about that. And that is the perfect bridge glue. Cheers.